I said, yeah. He goes, well, if you see that high rye bourbon, let me know. I said, all right, I'll let you know. And I saw a store that dropped it, and came and it went. And then another store that I go to frequently had it on their website. So I sent Gandhi a link, and I said, you should be able to order this and just tell them that I will pick it up. And then 15 minutes later, I get a message from Dave. Hey, I ordered one of those bottles too. Can you pick it up for me? I said, sure, no problem. I said, well, if I'm picking up a bottle for Gandhi and for Dave, I might as well order one myself. So went down there and was able to pick up the 3 bottles. And
sure, appreciate
they sold out that day. Later on that day, they were all gone. So.
Ooh. That was a good pop.
Yeah.
I'm using the Stay Trashy.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Actually,
I figured I'd overpour this one because that's what I'll drink this for the rest of the night.
You guys are one up of me already. I just went with a regular Glen. See?
Okay, that's so.
Okay. Yeah, you can go pretty deep on those glasses.
It's gonna be a good one.
You got to be careful. So, you know what I mean? Get you in trouble, Gandhi.
So these glasses, I was saying, I love them. The nose you get on this thing is incredible. But if you do have one of these glasses, be very careful because it's not a Glencairn. It holds a lot of liquid. So you got to pour shallow. Otherwise, you can get messed up pretty quickly. And you're like, man, I only had one drink. Why am I feeling the way I feel? Because these glasses are deep. So you don't want to go too deep. And that's what she said.
So without further ado, let me bring the man, the myth, the legend up here. Mr. Whiskey Wisdom himself. So hold on a second. Let me get him up here on stage.
Man, I really don't want to be on this show. Oh, what's up, brother? How you doing, Mikey?
What's going on, Matt?
I love that intro, man. Just a silent countdown. Everybody can just appreciate their own thoughts, a little meditation. It was nice.
When I started watching and everything like that, I think I was hanging out with RJ, and he said, "Hey, my buddy's going back to streaming. We got to watch him and everything like that." So he gave us a link, and we all jumped on your show on Friday night. And I remember sitting there when your show started, I was like, "Holy shit!" I said, "Look at this." You had all that intro stuff and all. I was like, "Wow, this guy's like." I said, "What the hell is he? How the hell does he do all this shit, man?" You know. And then your camera came up and you were standing where you're standing, and the bottles. I was like, "My God, look at all the bottles this guy got." Little did I know we become friends. It's kind of crazy.
There you go.
So that would have been funny if I fell down. I just realized there's a little groundhog.
It's a Saturday night. Gonna know why. We're rolling live with WV Bourbon Guy. Hey! Glass on the table, bottle in hand. We're talking hometown stories from a laid-back land. From the hills to your sofa, come and pull up a chair. We're sharing poles with friends, glad to see you there. WV Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing poles with friends, everything feel light. Hit that like, drop a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WV Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, yeah, we're sharing poles with friends by the neon light. Oh, got a little sweet little slow burn. Every sip's a good excuse to laugh and learn. So tell us where you're watching, type your story in the line. Hit that share for the party, let it spread online. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pose with friends, everything feels right. Hit that like, drop a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, yeah, we're sharing pose with friends by the neon light. Oh yeah. Raise that glass to the chat rolling by. Oh yeah. We're all side by side under one brown sky. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pause with friends. Everything feels right. Hit that like, drop a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pause with friends on a Saturday night.
Well, all righty, Mr. Renstrom. Very nice. Congrats, buddy. You are lucky duckling for this evening. Way to go, Mr. Dave. Hey, congrats on your wild advancing. That is awesome and good news, I guess, right? So appreciate everybody who is here. And give me a second here. I'm trying to get a little bit better organized where the chat box is so I can get through all this stuff and everything like that. So quick reminder, tonight there's going to be a raffle. That will be for basically what I'm going to be cracking open tonight. And it figures. So if everybody, please do me a favor. I got a text from Dave. So Dave V, one of his dogs is not doing very well. I know he had to jump off our meets last night a little early. So he said he was not going to be joining the stream tonight. So please keep him and his dog Frankie in your prayers. And hopefully we have a good outcome and everything like that. But he texted me before the show and said he wasn't going to be able to make it. So good news for everyone else is, there'll be more chances for other people to win. And of course, tonight I'm going to open new bottles. Dave's not here. So, it just way things work out that way. But hopefully he'll catch things in the live stream and everything like that. So that's where we're at with regards to quick announcements. So next week I'm going to be getting a thumbnail done early. So we are going to be doing our small group blind live, and we'll be doing let's see, myself, Scotty, Gandy, Dave. Hopefully everything's good with his dog by then, and Troy and Laura, and of course Matt. So should be a good time, fun, exciting time. A little bit of banter back and forth with everybody. So did everybody do well in the Kentucky Derby? I didn't see it. I was actually driving home from a bottle share. So yeah, killing myself every Saturday. It seems like there's something going on, and I have to drive over an hour from my house to go hang out and do some stuff. And tonight was a little rough. I got back late, so I was like, oh, I had to get a bunch of stuff done and get things prepared down here. So yeah, so I some pictures from the bottle share, and I'll go through that. It was pretty cool, and you know, saw Myron from Bourbon Drop, so that was pretty cool to get to see him and hang out with him. So that was that this afternoon, and now we're here. So appreciate everybody who was here. And give me a second here. Let's see. Just trying to remove stuff that I have on the screen over here. So Rick Moreland, cheers to you. I'm not sure if you're still here or not, but cheers to you. So first one in. Charles, cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. Dennis, cheers to you, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. So actually tonight too, so I will do a Google Meets, but it's going to be kind of a short one. Mark at Northwest Bourbon does his veterans live stream tonight. So we'll stop the meet, and then, you know, you guys can go, everyone can go over and join Mark for his live stream. So it'll be an abbreviated one tonight, and we'll just hang out for a little bit. All right, let's see. Jerry, cheers to you, my friend. Appreciate you being here. And tonight's early entry duck winner, Mr. Renstrom, cheers to you. CJP is in the house, and Corey had a great day today. Got to hang out with the bakers. So did a little visit to Bull Run and everything like that. So I think they got the sample, the pick that's going to be coming up, and I guess be on the look out for that. It's going to be through on shared pour. I don't know how it's going to be distributed or how it's going to be done, but keep an eye out for that one for everybody. So Corey hopefully had a good time with the bakers today. We're going to see a lot of the bakers. They were on Doc's last night. Corey saw them today, and they'll be on the stream next week. It's going to be a good time. So it's like they never left, right? Patrick, the horse savant Little Do. Patrick, hopefully some of your bets came through today. We'll see. I don't know. We'll talk in Google Meets, or put it in chat. Let us know. Inquiring minds want to know, man. Righty. What's up, Tracy? Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. You guys are active. There he is, Mr. Keith Glandon. Cheers to you, Keith. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully that first week at the new position, new job, didn't overburden you too much. What's up, Matt? Cheers to you, Mr. Hazmat Compton. Thank you for joining. Mr. Tom Black, cheers to you. And here he is, everybody's favorite man, Mr. John Shank from Yorktown, VA. Cheers to you, John. Righty. Sweet Cindy, cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. Duran, appreciate you being here. Cheers to you. Righty. Hey, Chad, appreciate you being here. Cheers to you. I did not check your channel. Did you hit your goal of subscribers? I know you were getting close. Let us know if you got there. And looking forward to meeting you. I think you said you're going to be at Bourbon on the Bank, so I'm going to be going. So I look forward to meeting you there. Righty. I don't want to miss anybody, and I don't want to scroll down here too fast. So bear with me a second. Oh, here we go. Raging Cajun, cheers to you. Appreciate you being here, Jody. Mr. Little Caesars himself. Brian, hopefully you got that pizza debacle fixed today. Cheers to you. Oop, it sounds like my family's having a party upstairs, and of course my kitchen table is literally right above me, so it's going to be a little. It could be a little loud. Hopefully none of that picks up on the microphone. What's up there? Show me the proof. Cheers to you. Appreciate you joining. Alrighty. I think I got everybody who has been in chat. So appreciate everybody jumping on and hanging out on the show this evening. So like I said, I did pick up a handful of bottles. Now, 2 of these I've got last week, and I haven't opened yet. And I said I'm going to do a live, and I think what I'm going to do is just fresh crack some of these things, and then from there we'll go ahead and see what we got. Right. So I've got a few. Well, two from Maryland, three from Virginia, and there's one that's Kentucky. But I'm not sure if I'm going to, there's 5 sitting over here. I don't know if I doubt I can get to all 5 after going through the bottle share earlier today. I don't know. Hey, there he is. What's up, Myron? Cheers to you, buddy. Hopefully you got home safe and sound. Good seeing you earlier today. And let me know how those samples are if you get into them. So I gave Myron a sample of the Old Rick, the Onyx and Amber pick from Poor Decisions, and then 2 Bourbon Judge picks. So hopefully he will enjoy those. Okay, cool. Well, you enjoy, man. Let me know how that, because I know we talked about this today. So the Virginia cigar blend from Virginia Distilling. I don't know. I mean, I liked it. I haven't smoked a cigar in a while, so I do have to try to get a cigar and give that a whirl. But let me know how that works out. I don't know. Sitting outside tonight around here, a little too cold. It's actually freaking temperature dropped when I got home. The sun started setting, and whew, temperature dropped about maybe 10-15 degrees out here. So we're getting into summer, but we're still kind of in spring or kind of fall, it feels like today. So not too bad. But so I've got a few bottles here that I want to try to go through and open. And I think the first, well, I'm gonna go with the. So I won the right to purchase. Can't say I won the lottery, but I won the right to purchase. So this is the Deep. This is the latest version of Jay West's. This is I guess a special release. It's a double oaked that he did. It's a French. It was finished in French oak casks, and I believe so. When I did a pick with the Bourbon Judge at the Reveries, after we picked our barrel, Jay let us sample some of the other stuff he had in the barn. And one of the ones he pulled out was something he was double oaking. He didn't say if it was French oak, but he said it was a double oaked. And we all tasted it, and we looked at Marcus, and Marcus looked at Jay and goes, "Can we pick a barrel of that?" And obviously it was something for a special project. And then he had some stuff that was finishing in some wine casks that he said may not be a release of its own, but something that he was going to blend into a future release. So we shall see what he does with that stuff. But this is the first one I'm going to open. So somebody and the raffle tonight will get a sample of this bad boy. I don't know. I know Gandy got a bottle of it. I think there was one other person that was in our group, and I can't recall off the top of my head who that was, that I think also got a bottle of this. But let me know. Of course, if I wasn't doing this live, this would come off real easy. Let me know in chat if anybody else score one of these here or not. So. Ooh, all right. There we go. So I'm going to pour this back. Oops, I'm going to pour it. Use that for my other one. Ooh, I love the chug, 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 chug. Alrighty. A little bit more. Alrighty. So normally, I do not do any type of review until I get down a little bit on a bottle. I just feel need to get some air in there, need to let it breathe and open up a little bit before I will go in and even try to do a review or talk about it and try to get notes. Because sometimes it's been, things change. I definitely know that. But I'm going to let this sit here in the Glen just for a little bit. I see some new people that have popped in. Let me just go back here and say hello. Let's see. I saw Jim. Cheers, Jim. Appreciate you joining. Cheers to you. The Appalachian Bourbon Society. Cheers to you. And I know I highlighted their channel a few weeks back. Go subscribe to those guys. Both all small channels, just trying to, increase our viewership and everything like that. So, oops. Hold on. Oh, Dennis, hold on one second. I saw your thing. I've got the live chat here and then another window over here. And it's not, I'm scrolling back up and down over here. So, hey, Rick, appreciate you being back in here. Very nice. You're welcome, Dennis. I hope you enjoy those. Let me know how they are. You can maybe, if you crack any of those, let us know in the Google Meets before Mark's stream. Awesome. I'm glad they got to you. I saw they were going to deliver today, but I didn't track if they were going to get there. You know what I mean? So, cool. All righty. Ooh, that smells great. And what I'm going to do too, while I'm letting this thing here breathe. So this is another one that I picked up last week. So this is Epic from Baltimore Spirits. This is their 6-year cask strength. So this is for, I guess, a thing they put out for their the recent anniversary and everything like that. So I just want to get this thing opened up because good old wax tops here. And this one is, there's no pull tab on it. And I don't want to pull a Vogelsang. I know when he opened up a bottle of Onyx and Amber, he cut his hand pretty good. So let's see if this is worked. All right. I want to get this in the Glen and let this breathe a little bit. Righty. Put that right there. And I'll make sure, because I will lose track of what Glen goes with what bottle. And then it's a problem later because you get a few pours in, and I'm already a few pours in from earlier today. So we had some very, very good pours at Dennis's bottle share today. Kind of a smaller crowd, which was cool. But I talked to him about, coming on the channel and doing Beyond the Shelf. So we're going to try to coordinate with that. And maybe even Myron might be joining us for a Beyond the Shelf segment, which would be pretty cool. All right. This still getting a lot of ethanol in this here from a fresh crack. But so again, this has been sitting down here. I picked this up yesterday. So it's been sitting down here in the basement, and it's a little cool out right now. So it's cold down here. So let me see if I can get this sucker warmed up a little bit, but it's got, see if I can, so this has got, I don't know if that's picking up or not, but that's pretty good. It definitely got some viscosity on it, and not a super dark color, but pretty decent color on this here. I don't know, at least I don't recall if this is, I don't believe it's age stated, at least from what I remember. Let's see. It says limited release, United States exclusive batch from them, but there's no age statement on this. And it's tied to number 1, and it's 57.65. So that's 115, 116 proof, somewhere in that range. So, I mean, Jay does a good job. I know we were chatting at the bottle share today. Some people are, I guess, reveried out. You know, it seems like there's tons of picks that have been going on from a bunch of different YouTubers and whiskey influencers, and then a lot of stores are doing a lot of picks. I know here in the Northern Virginia, DC metro area, or the DMV area, a lot of the local stores have done a lot of Reveries picks. So they're all different. They're all unique. Actually, last night we were hanging out in a meets, and I went back to, I got the 9-year from 21090, and I hadn't had that in probably maybe 6 months. Last time I had a pour of that, and man, I forgot how good it was. It was incredible. So, and today I actually had a chance to, Myron brought the sample of, actually brought a bottle of the Corbin Cash pick that he did with the Whiskey 6. And I don't know if there's still any of that stuff left, but I tell you, that was a very, very, very good pour. To me, it didn't taste like a rye. I got a lot of, like I told Myron, I said, I got some like almost like a Werther's candy on it. It was super. I mean, for me, it was really good. I was like, man, you know. So if you guys were lucky enough to get that bottle, or if you're in some of those groups and can get it, I think it's a pretty good pour. So you can definitely smell the double oak on this here. You can pick up the French oak in here. I know that has a distinct flavor, usually more dark and rich for me when I know something that is a French oak finished. It smells real rich. So, alrighty. Cheers, everybody. Wow. That is nice. It's pretty viscous, kind of coats a little bit. So, Renstrom, I saw you post that. If you have a link or can get a link and stick it in the chat, that would be awesome. So I don't know where that would be, or how people can get that. Oh, Barrel Shop website. Okay. Awesome. Ooh. This is like really dark, rich, creamy. I'm digging it so far. I mean, usually I try not to judge and try not to give any type of notes on a fresh crack. I just can't pick stuff up on a fresh crack, especially on a lot of bottles with the ethanol and everything like that. So I guess I do kind of maybe believe in the neck pour. I don't know if it's just a fallacy or not, but in my unprofessional opinion, that's what I get on this. But I'm happy I have it. Happy I won the lottery. I think it's pretty good, and hopefully one of you lucky people will enjoy a pour of this as well. So I saw. Cheers, Buffalo Bourbon enthusiast. Appreciate you being here. Frank, cheers to you, sir. Appreciate you being here. I thought I saw someone else pop in. Oh, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend. What's up, Gandy? Cheers to you, buddy. I'm just sipping on the deep. I like it so far, buddy. I enjoy it. I don't know what your thoughts were. I know you didn't want to jade me last night during the meets or anything like that, but if you can, and fat finger some comments in chat, let me know. I like it. I mean, it's dark and rich is what I get on this pour. Man, that is good. So I know I'm going to enjoy that all night. So what I'm going to do, and definitely I'll go back to it in a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit more in here and let it sit, and we'll go back and check her out. So cool, very cool. So like I said, let me do this real quick before I get into this epic. Was at the bottle share today, and it was a good old time. And I didn't take a lot of pictures, but I did take some. And what I want to do real fast here is just kind of go through and just show you guys kind of the pours that I had, and then just go from there. So I didn't put this in a presentation. It's just strictly right from my Google Photos. So let me add this in here, and then I will be on the side, because everyone said last week when I was doing this, because I have this on my second monitor, that when I was off the screen, you guys couldn't hear me. So I want to make sure people can hear me. So I started the evening or the day with this pour. So this is an Exodus from Found North. No, Evernorth. God, I can't speak tonight. Evernorth. So my buddy Candy, his name's Joe. He comes into the chat every once in a while. This was his bottle. So real good pour. Enjoyed that one a lot. And then I moved on to one of the batches. Now, I have to be honest. I don't know. I'm glad I didn't find one of these. I'm glad I didn't spend the money on one of these. It was good, but I'd have to Vogel. I took a picture of this and I sent it to Gandy and Dave and our small group. And Dave's response was 1924 is better. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, because Vogelsang will just love it. I think 1924 will give this a run for its money. This one here, I believe, so it's only 105 proof. So, and it's 2 years older. I mean, it was good, but I mean, for what they're charging you for this stuff, man, I don't know if I would be into it. I'm just me, you know what I mean? So, and I had one. So I've never had this, and I know a lot of the guys who are in our group live in Kentucky and everything like that. Everybody talks about this. I know Patrick Littledew, I think, likes this bottle. I know Stan out in Colorado, he likes this bottle. And I think Gandy has talked about this bottle in the past. That was a good pour. That was pretty good. So I enjoyed that. And then this is Myron. So Myron's flexing a little bit here. And what we're doing here is Dennis, who was the host of the bottle share, we were celebrating Myron's channel subscriber. I think it was 7,000, Myron. And Dennis had I think it was a 17-year or 18-year Old Louisville American Light whiskey. So he popped that bottle for everybody, and everybody got a pour of it. So it was just a pretty cool thing. So got a picture of Myron just pouring out some pours. And then this is the Whiskey 6 bottle. And I tell you, that was pretty freaking good. I enjoyed that. That was very, very good. So thank you for bringing that, Myron, and sharing it. And then one of the guys, he said he went into a store, I think it was either somewhere in Maryland, and he stumbled across some of these old Dusties. So this is I think a 200 milliliter bottle, and it's an Old Tailor, but this is before or when Jim Beam owned them. So this is aged 6 years. It's 90 proof. I took a pour of this, and it was just 90 proof. It wasn't offensive or anything like that, but it was good for how old it is, right? And that's the back of the bottle. And then this is another one, and I think this is one that was done after it was sold by Beam to Sazerac or Buffalo Trace, because this one hit the wrong way. This one says age 6 years. There was an age statement. And when I guess Sazerac took it over, or it was sold, they just put 6 here, but they didn't say an age statement. So it's technically non-age stated because there's no age on it, just has 6. So pretty cool. And then I went here. So this is I think batch 13. This is, you guys out there probably know more than me. It's 127.3 proof E.H. Taylor. So I actually never had one. Thought I would try it, see what it's like. It was good. I'm not a huge Buffalo Trace guy. I'm just not. So I mean, that was a good pour, but I mean, nothing to knock your socks off. And then, of course, someone brought a 15. Had to try that again, and just a solid pour. When we were talking about this, they said if the 18 was 100 proof instead of 90, it would probably compete with this here. But it's only a 90 proof, and this here is 107. So that was a good pour. And then that was some of the bottles that were there and everything like that. Didn't get too many shots of all the bottles, but that was where we were. And then this was the last one I had. So Virginia, she's in SLB's group. I think she's in 21090s and everything like that. She picked this up today at the Virginia ABC. Now, Ragged Branch is Virginia-based distillery. They are earthy. It's very grainy, but I thought it was a pretty solid pour. It wasn't offensive or anything like that. It was just good. So this is a single barrel, and it's a cask strength 126 proof. And I don't know the details as far as the mash bill on this here, but it was a good pour. And I think that is the last one that I have from a thing today. So make sure. Okay, cool. All right. So hopefully now my Epic has aired out a little bit. And I sampled this when I went to the distillery last week. And so I went there. I went to Sagamore, and I'll be opening this one here tonight as well. So this is a distillery only that they dropped for their anniversary. So this is a pot still series rye malt whiskey, and this is coming in at 100 proof. So I tried this at the distillery. I went to the bar and I said, "Do you have the new malted rye available for a pour?" So I was actually going there to grab a bottle for C.A. Scotty because he is a big malt guy. He's a Scotch guy and everything like that. I wasn't planning on getting a bottle, but I tried that, and I said, "Wow, It's unique. It's interesting. And I'm not a Scotch. I'm not really deep into scotches, but that was actually pretty good. So I said, all right, well, let's get it. I can do a review on it, share it out for some people and everything like that, and we'll go from there. And then I went to Drug City. You know, you always got to go to Baltimore. You got to go to Drug City and hang out at the fountain. You know, if you've been there, you know, right? If you know, you know. And then on the way out, I said, let me swing by Baltimore Spirits, and I went in there specifically originally to try their bourbon because they released a bourbon, and it was good, but I was like, I don't know if I want to buy a bottle of it. I mean, it didn't just knock your socks off. So I tried this, and my God, very, very good, very good. So I said, well, I'll get a bottle of that and bring that home with me, and we'll go from there. So you know, that's where that one is. So this is a 6-year cash strength, and Epic is 100% rye whiskey, and I probably should have it up here, but I don't. So shame on me. But I think it's like it's 75% to like a straight rye, and then they have a malted rye. So there's a component there. They are open air, wooden distilling tanks, and then they pot still. So this has a little bit of that pot still funkiness, but in a really, really good way. And if you've had a chance to ever have an Epic rye, you'll know. I mean, these are good. I think the higher proof ones are phenomenal. I do have the 21090, the pick that they did, and that was really, really good. So this one here again is what is this one? It's 128.6, and the 21090 is 124.8. So that's a few proof points higher. I mean, these things, the color on them is just incredible, super viscous, and just really, really good. Now, I am not a rye person, right? You know, we have the rye guys here, but I'm not the rye guy. And I enjoy these here. These remind me a lot of higher age stated 95.5 MGPs. That's the richness that I get on this. Oh, thank you, Mr. Renstrom. You are the master when it comes to all this stuff. So Dave's saying it's 85% rye and then 15% malted rye. So he said he doesn't have his bottle nearby. I think he also has the 21090 pick as well. But so on these Epic ryes right away, and I get, I mean, this is a fresh crack, but I get more on the nose with this than I did on the deep. This is dark stone fruit. I get like a rich molasses plum raisin note on this thing, and that's the ryes that I like, that have those type of notes in it. To me, it's more bourbon-esque than it is a rye. So pretty dang good. And for almost 130 proof, there is zero ethanol in this Glen. All right, cheers. Man. So that dark molasses and raisin transfers over to the palate. Absolutely coats your mouth, right? Super, super viscous. And then you get a little bit of that proof, that rye spice, and then nice, long, slow, elongated finish. Very, very, very good pour. If you can get, I know, so distribution on this is going to become impossible because they've stopped their distribution. They are going to be distillery only. Now, if you do know people in the Baltimore area, you can order online and they will hold it at the distillery for you and then have somebody pick it up and they can hand deliver it to you. So that's a way around it. But they do a phenomenal job with a lot of their stuff. And I'm glad they're not in my backyard, but they're within an hour and 20 minutes from where I live, which is awesome. So what's up, Jackie? Appreciate you being here. Just going through and saying hello to anybody new that has popped in. So bear with me here real quick. Man, that epic is, I can't believe I'm enjoying the rides as much as I am. And I know Charles is probably saying, well, welcome to the dark side and everything like that. But yeah, those are just, I think, solid pours, man. They are really, really good. 6 years old. I can't wait to see where they get when they get older, man. They're doing some good stuff down there, and doing it right. I mean, they definitely stick to their craft roots, and they're doing a good job. Man. Ooh, that is, wow. That is really good. I enjoy that one, and someone is going to enjoy that pour with the duck race tonight. So again, it'll be whatever I open this evening is what I'm gonna race off, and then, like I said, I will do a Google Meet, and we'll go from there. And then we're gonna end it earlier tonight because Mark's doing his stream at midnight here on the East Coast. So he goes at 9 p.m. on the West Coast, and it's his veterans live stream every first Saturday of every month. He does an awesome job of a veterans live stream, and just phenomenal. And if you ever have the chance of staying up late and watching it's special. He does a great job with it. So especially if you have veterans in your family or pretty cool. So let's see. What's Corey saying? Did any of the new Reverie releases stand out to you that Jay emailed today? Batch 5, very next week, it sounds like. I'm not. I saw the email, Corey, but I didn't go deep into any of that. So I don't know. I mean, listen, I have a lot of Reveries. I enjoy them all. I was fortunate enough to go and do a pick there with the Bourbon Judge, and that was a blast. It was the first experience I had going to a distillery, thieving whiskey and doing a pick. And we went through 6 barrels that day, and it was a good time. And then I think we got to try what is now considered the deep. It was a double oaked, but I'm not sure what it was. You know what I mean? What's up, William? Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. So you're sipping on the 250th. Oh, so wait a second. So barrel 118, 7 year, 2 months. Nice. I have barrel 250, which I opened. I enjoy it. I think it's definitely the higher proof. I think makes that pour a little bit, the regular Evan Williams single barrel I enjoy as well, but I think the higher proof on that there makes it a little special, which is nice and everything. So yeah, I enjoy it. It's been a good pour. I'm happy I have one. So, alrighty. So wanted to ask, I might save the Sagamore for the last one because it is a malted rye, and I just don't want that to sway anything else that I've got going on. So I do have so this here, and I brought up one of these from the bottle share. So this is a Ragged Branch. This is a 7-year age stated, and yes, that is the color of this thing. It is dark, like a reddish. It's like it's got a red hue to it, but it is dark. And this is a twice oaked double barrel single barrel from them, and it's a wheated bourbon. And I think in one of the blinds that the bakers sent out, they had a Ragged Branch single barrel that was in there. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. I said, man, that is phenomenal. And we were talking about this today at the bottle share. So Ragged Branch now has what's called the cowboy cut. And it is a wheated bourbon that I believe is double oaked. And it's something that they put out in batches. Now, the Virginia ABC has a single barrel of that out and available. But this is their single barrel. So this is twice barreled, double oak, twice barreled. And I was in a kind of crazy. I was in a store in Maryland, and Maryland's starting to get more Ragged Branch bottles. So they've got distribution in the Maryland, at least in Hagerstown, Maryland, where I shop a lot. And I look up on the shelf, and I was like, "That what is that?" Because I didn't see Cowboy, and I didn't see the bottled and bond, which is their normal thing. And he pulls it down, and I was like, "Where the hell did you get a single barrel?" I said, "Did you do a pick?" And he said, "Nope, this was I guess it was a distributor one that they did." And the distributor had a couple of cases of it. So he gave them a couple of cases and 2 other stores in the area a couple of cases of this. And I was like, oh, I remember what that tasted like. So I said, well, how many do you have? He says, well, we have these 2 bottles. I was like, okay, well, I'm not just buying one. So I said, I'll take both of them, because these are what I remember. These are going to be phenomenal. So I've had this for a couple of weeks. Haven't opened it. So I knew I was going to do some type of a stream like this. So I'm going to get into this, and this will be part of it. And again, this is, I don't know. I don't believe Ragged Branch has national distribution. At least you people tell me, do you see Ragged Branch in your market in your stores? I don't know if they have distribution outside of Virginia or the DC metro area. So let me know. That would be cool. But these guys, so they are grainy. I will say it is grainy. It's a little earthy, a little funky, but in a good way. So I have the 100 proof bottle and bond. I picked that up. I went to the distillery and I said, I want to try. I see these things all the time. I want to try them. So I went to the distillery. I tried their bourbon, their bottle and bond wheated, and then the Cowboy, which is a wheated cask strength. I liked every single one of them, but I brought the bottle and bond that day, and I sent a sample to Mr. Vogelsang. And those of you who know Dave knows he loves wheated whiskey and wheated bourbon. And Dave said he really enjoyed it. He goes, it's funky. He goes, but it's not in a bad way at all. So I'm happy to have it. And this thing is, so they distill, aged, and bottle down in Charlotte. So their old location was in Charlottesville. And I think they were able to lay down, I think it's like 1.5 barrels a day. They had an old still in there. Now they've just moved to a new location in Waynesboro, Virginia, and they have a larger still. So I think, I want to say they more than doubled their production. I think they're able to lay down, I think when I stopped there, they were saying, I think 3 to 5 barrels a day, depending on what they're doing. So maybe you'll start seeing more of this stuff out in the marketplace. So you guys, everybody tell me. Ooh, very nice. And real cork. Ooh, nice chugger. Wow. All right. Man, that is dark and deep and rich. So what's your guys' method? What do you, when you first pour something, do you kind of just swirl it, roll it around on the glass, let it coat, kind of try to air it out? Or are you like a mad swirler and spin and swish it around and anything like that? Or you just pour it and let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes before you get on a pour? You know, should be interesting to see everybody's techniques and what they do. So I see some chat going on. Let's see here. Well, they're talking about the Jay West stuff, I think. I see referees and oh, someone, okay. I don't know what you're saying there, William, about plum, molasses and plum. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's what I get on okay. Swirl and taste. I'm impatient. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So Frank's a pour and walk away for a while kind of guy. So see, so no patience. Patience. Okay, cool. Very nice. Corey's saying he sits. Let's see. I sit and look at it, and then I question, did I really need another pour tonight? Ah, okay. I hear you. Yep. We all wonder that sometimes. Or, you know, you walk out of a store and you pick up a couple of bottles. You're like, God dang it, did I really need to buy more of these bottles? Oh, it's terrible. But that's the fun in it, I guess, right? I don't know. Ooh, man. So the funkiness that I get on their bottled and bond product is not there in this pour at all. It's just just a oak and hence caramel vanilla and baking spice from the weeded side of things. And this is 125.38 proof, and there is zero ethanol burn on this. There's none. And just look at the legs on this bad boy. The viscosity here is crazy. Whew, man. All right. Normally I wait a little bit, but I'm going in because my mouth's watering for this one. This has been sitting on my bar for 3 weeks, waiting for a good time to open it. And like I tell everybody, you start a channel and you become the slave to content. You don't open stuff until, you know, you have your camera going, you take a picture, you do something. I'm like, oh, man, it's like work. Wow. A little bit of that Fray Ranch kind of wheat funkiness and that earthiness, but I'm getting like a hint of like chocolate, like a milk chocolate, or not a dark chocolate, a chocolate in there from the double oaking, and it's a weeded bourbon. Okay. Damn, that's interesting. Holy shit. Ooh. Well, I'm happy I got this one and another one. Very nice. These are ones I'm gonna enjoy. Nope. Hold on a second. I see people saying hello in here. Oh, shoot. Oop. Peter, cheers to you. I missed you. I didn't see you pop in. And my man Harold, cheers to you. Appreciate you jumping in. Hopefully you're safe and sound there in Ark, Kansas, and getting ready for your cross-country trek. This is really good. Wow. Okay. So the Frey Ranch, you do get that kind of like really dark fruit, almost like a fig flavor on it, which is good. I enjoy it. And then this goes into fig, and then chocolate, a little bit of baking spice, kind of chocolate note. Okay, that is good. Okay, all right. Happy I have it. That is, oh man, very, 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 very nice. All right. Well, I'm in 3 bottles. I didn't think I was going to get into 3 or 4 after what I drank earlier today, but I didn't do as much as I did the week before, or 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, this year I went to, probably had a little bit more. They had more hazmat there, and that just kicked my teeth in, man. Whew, my God. And for those of you who want to know, I hit the bathroom before the stream started. So we should be good for this evening. I know I drank a lot of water last week and it just killed me. All righty. So let me see. This is one I picked up probably about, I think it was last month. I opened one of them already, but this is a Dream Spirit bottle. Myron, I don't know if you're still here. If you snag one of these from Esquire, but they had the bundle, and of course I was there picking up something, and they were dropping them the day after I was going to be there. And I said, okay, well, if I go in today, they probably won't have those available, which is good because I wasn't really looking to get any more of these here at the time. And of course, he has them on the counter. I'm like, shit. And I'm looking to see if they were open. And I pick up the bottle. I was picking up something. Somebody had ordered something. I was going in there to pick up their bottle. And actually it was Charlie. So Charlie ordered one of the other ones. And I went to go pick it up for him and then get it hand delivered to him. And he goes to me, you want to try the new Dream Spirits? I'm like, you have them open? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll try them. I like both of them. And he goes, hey, you come in from West Virginia, right? I said, yep. And he goes, well, I'll save you a trip. If you're interested, you can buy them today before they drop. I said, so I twist my arm a little bit. So I ended up buying the bundle. I was not looking to do that, but I did do that. Hey, Miss Lori J, cheers to you. I just saw you pop in there. Appreciate you being here. What's up, Ben? Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. We will see you over on Northwest Bourbon later on this evening. So hopefully you'll be joining. I know you usually do. So this is from Dream Spirits. They're an NDP out of Leesburg, Virginia. And this is a 9-year. Let's see, that one was, okay, that's a Heaven Hill. Yeah, that's Heaven Hill. I think this is a 9-year Barton. And it's 122.8 proof. and was barrel 185. So I don't know if any of you see these in your market or not, Dream Spirits. So, and this was picked. So there was a group of people that went to go pick this here. So my buddy Isaac, who I've talked about, he was on the pick, and then Chris, who's Bourbon Retriever, he's another local DMV YouTube channel. He was on this pick at Dream Spirits and everything like that. So we'll get into this one. And this is, they have the glass toppers on these bottles. So you have to kind of push one side and then release it. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool cork, all glass, fancy and everything. It's not too heavy, actually pretty light, which is kind of surprising. So let's get into this one. Righty. So it will be 5 bottles tonight. See, I'm doing this one, and I'm going to go to the Sagamore last. So I think what I'm going to do with this one, because the last time I had a Dream Spirit, when I poured it, I did get a little ethanol on the initial pour. So I'm going to let that kind of sit there for just a wee bit. And what I want to do is, I did put links for 2 channels in the thing, and I want to try to do this every stream. I want to highlight some other channels. One of them is kind of someone in my shoes, where they're under like 500 or below from a subscribers and everything like that. Yeah, Brian, Prov does have some very, very good stuff. If you ever get a chance to go there, so from my work, I work for a transportation and logistics company. We do palletized shipping, and they're a customer. And I went there one day to make a sales call, and I said, well, of course I'll go to Dream Spirits. You don't have to twist my arm. And it's a freaking cool place. They have an old farmhouse that they renovated, and you can stay in if you go there and do a barrel pick. And from what I hear, when you go on a barrel pick, it's like, if Prov's there, what do you want to try? And they have the drill, and boop, 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 boop. You just go around and drill barrels and have a good old time. So it's pretty cool. But so like I was saying before, I definitely try to highlight other channels. And the goal is to, help other channels with subscribers and that kind of stuff. And then also, the goal is, hey, if people from here go over there, check out the channel, check out the content, subscribe if you want to subscribe. And if you do subscribe, when you leave a comment in any of their videos or whatever, just tell them that I sent you, And the goal is, hopefully, they'll return the favor. They'll come to my channel, and maybe some of the people that are normal watchers and subscribers of their content will come subscribe to mine. And, we try to grow that way. So that's kind of the plan, what I'm trying to do. And, like I say, sharing pours with friends. That's what it's all about, right? So Saturday nights, this is going to be the hangout. Come hang out, have a few pours, talk a little bit of whiskey, whatever may be going on. In sports, we do not talk politics. That's never a good subject for anything. But sports sometimes that can be kind of controversial as well, depending on who your favorite teams are. So I don't know if anybody's into hockey, but playoffs have been phenomenal so far, and I'm actually kind of happy. So I'm a Capitals fan, okay, and they did not make the playoffs this year, but it's been an exciting year because there are a lot of teams that are in the playoffs this year that have not been in the playoffs for a long time, and they've actually advanced. So Philly, Buffalo, Minnesota, and Anaheim are 4 of them that haven't really done much of anything in a while, and it's cool to see those teams succeeding and moving on. It's good for the league instead of the same teams all the time and everything like that. So Canes up 3-0 on the. I didn't know they started already. Oh man, I did not. Dave, appreciate the update. Yeah, I mean, the Canes, their system works until they get to the finals, and then people just they can't do anything with it. So they've done that for the past couple of years, and they've never got past the final. So we'll see what happens this year. Who knows? I think they may have added the right pieces. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, oops, thought I saw someone new pop. Nope, did not. Okay, cool. All right. Dream spirits. Let me get into this. Actually, before I get into that, I'm going to go back to the deep because now it's been sitting here since I started the show, and see if we get anything different. Okay. I'm getting just rich. You could. It's the double. It's the French oak. I just get just some. It's kind of a dustier type of a note in oak. A little bit of caramel vanilla. Don't get any fruits or anything like that. I think COVID killed my sense of smell, and sometimes even my palate when it comes to certain fruit flavors, especially a cherry. Cherries don't have much of a taste to me anymore, but I started eating cherries again just to understand what it tastes, what I get from a taste perspective. And now when I sip on something that I know has a very distinct cherry note, whatever I get, I know that's cherry, even though it's not the cherry that I remember as a kid, but it's what I currently associate cherry with, if that makes sense. So. Wow. Okay. Letting that sit. Definitely opened. That is, wow. That is good. Just it tastes older than what and again, it's not age statement, but it's got that old dustiness to it. Rich oak. It's that French oak. So that's what I'm getting right now. Cold review. So I know, riveting, right? I'm not an expert when it comes to all this stuff. So, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. This is the Dream Spirits now. So now there's no ethanol on this at all. And what is it? 122.8. Wow. That. Wow. That is dark caramel, decadent kind of rich oakiness, and just wow, that is good. Kind of a little bit of picking up a lot of kind of cocoa type flavors tonight. You know, maybe it's what I ate on the way home or whatever. That is a little different than what I remember when I was in the store when I picked that sucker up. Okay, that is good. Someone's going to enjoy that in a sample pack. Righty. Cool. Okay, so let me get shit. You know what I was going to highlight shows. Yep, and squirrel. I got distracted. So let me do this real quick and pull this up here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Alrighty, so there's my little crazy introduction to This Week in Whiskey Tube. All right, so 2 shows I want to highlight. So this is Whiskey Quest. So again, these guys, you know something? God dang it. I'm clicking on it over here on my second monitor, but there's nothing on my screen. Way to go, Mike. All right, hold on one second. Let me see if I can share this tab instead. Bring it to the stage. And I can see because you guys should be able to hear me, because I see myself in the little screen down here, and the green buttons are popping, so I know you can hear me. At least I hope you can. So this is Whiskey Quest. So this is a father and son duo, and I think originally they were starting this more from a Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing, and they're out of Texas. Okay, so they popped into my short feed. They had a couple of shorts, and I was like, oh, this looks pretty interesting. So went to check them out. The dad is older guy, very, very, he reminds me like a professor voice. Very enunciates very well and talks and everything like that. So it was pretty cool. I said, okay, they're a channel. I just want to highlight everybody out there. They got 300 subscribers, so they're probably about 90 more than 70 more than I am. But you know, we're both kind of small channels. So go check them out. Check out their stuff. So it's a father and son, and they're out of Texas, so they do some different stuff. And see if you like them, subscribe, tell them I sent you. So that's the first one. And then the next one is these guys. So I've been watching these guys for a little bit, right? And hold on. What's going on? Let's see. Your browser lost connection and your screen share audio. Try. All right. Okay. Well, I'm not trying to share audio, so that's fine. Please give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me. I'm seeing my microphone and it's picking up, but I'm not sure if it's coming through to you guys or not. So if someone can comment in chat, or if somebody has my cell, just hit me a thumbs up in a text, please. So these guys, I've been watching them for a while. They're out of the Massachusetts area, up in New England, and they got very, very thick New England accents. Thank you, Tracy. Or you lying like you did on my first stream, saying you couldn't hear me. I still won't forget that. Just kidding, Tracy. So they're pretty funny, and their accents just kill me. I grew up in New England, so they are pretty cool. So they got 2,000 subscribers. So I thought the channel name was pretty cool. Less cash, more mash. That's what happens when you buy whiskey and everything like that. So they do a lot of different just reviews and different things like that. So, you know, go check these guys out. They have some pretty cool banter back and forth, and you know, they seem like they're having a good time. So go check those guys out. If you like what you see, subscribe, and then you know, go from there. Okay, cool. That is what I wanted to highlight from that perspective. Let me add myself back to the stage. All righty. So Dream Spirits is very good. Very, very good. And that is a 9. I believe that one's double oak. That's Heaven Hill. This is Barton. So it's a 9-year Barton. But it doesn't taste like a Barton. It's because Barton, I definitely more fruit forward on Bartons. This is not a fruit forward pour. I get more of a dark caramel and a little bit of a nuttiness, which is interesting. And I know it's not bean, so it is Barton, but that is a very, very, very solid pour. So someone is going to enjoy that in their samples. So that's what the raffle is for tonight, the duck race and everything like that. It is for basically samples of what I'm sipping on. So what I've sipped on so far, it's been The Deep from Jay West. That's this bottle here. For those of you who won the lottery, you probably know. Gandhi, I know you got one. I have an Epic 6-year cash strength, which is a phenomenal pour. Very decadent. I have the Ragged Branch double barrel, double oaked, single barrel, weeded bourbon, and then the Dream Spirits. And then the last one that I'm going to do is going to be this Sagamore. So this is something that, unless you are going to the distillery, I don't believe this is a national, a distributed product. So this is a distillery only bottle that is part of their 9-year anniversary celebration. Okay. And this is a pot still series rye malt whiskey. So it's straight rye malt whiskey. The mash bill on this is 60%, 66% malted rye and 34% rye. And so they put on here the flavor profile. So I'll just read this here for you. Floral honey, caramel, malted chocolate, herbal bread, dried cherries, and lingering lemon peel. And I have to say, when I got this pour at the distillery, I had not looked at the bottle yet. And I was like, damn, that is freaking good. And then I looked at the bottle and I was like, holy shit. Those notes are spot on. So this is what the bottle looks like. And for a rye, it is nice color to it, kind of like a amber type, dark amber type of a color. So we're going to get this bad boy open. And for those of you who maybe have not had a Sagamore, so Marylanders are very proud of their flag, okay? And it's on top of the cork. It's on the bottom of the cork. The 1909 is the date that the spring where the water comes from, the farm where they source from, which is not in Baltimore. It's kind of off-site, and then they truck the water in. That's when that was founded. That's why that's there. And then the bottom of the bottle is the flag. And then on the sides, too, where it says Sagamore, they have the flag. So it's all over. It's kind of what they do in Baltimore. I don't know. Or Maryland. So, all right. Let's get this poured up. And everything is a nice chug, chug, chug tonight, man. I love that noise. It's so cool. Righty. And again, this is the distillery only offering that Sagamore put out for their 9-year anniversary. Oh, man. So if you've had Sagamore cash strengths, that is the nose you get on this here. Now, this is only 100 proof, but it's got a very, very decadent nose. And it's that traditional Sagamore rye nose. I know Charles, the rye guy, he is not a fan of Sagamore because he said he gets a dilly note with it. So, I don't know. I'm not a rye guy, but I enjoy Sagamore. So, and I don't like, I call it like the minty, grassy thing. Just not me. You know what I mean? So, what's up, Mac? Cheers to you, buddy. Appreciate you being here. My Long Island guy. And guys, so Angry Irish Mac, he has a YouTube channel. Go check him out. Does some pretty cool stuff. He likes he calls it his rants and everything like that. Does a lot on Instagram as well, and he's big on TikTok, but he's trying to grow his YouTube channel as well. So go check out his channel. Redstrom, if you can find it and pin it or put it in the chat, that would be awesome. Or one of you guys that's got the wrench, that would be cool. That's just got him. Oop, oop. What does Rye Guy say? Don't like pickles in my whiskey. Okay. Well, hey, everybody's got their thing, Charles. You know, that's why there's so much whiskey on the shelf. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that I love about stuff. There is no right and there is no wrong when it comes to whiskey. What I like to drink, maybe you have a similar palate, maybe you get the same type of notes. So, hey, I'm not going to tell you to go out and buy a bottle. I'm not going to be one of those kinds of reviewers or anything like that. I mean, I'm going to tell you what I get on it, tell you I'm happy to have it, but you know, it's not something that, you know, nobody really should, or you know, there's some reviewers that are very, very good at what they do and everything like that, and that's their thing. But as far as my community goes, my streams, the chat, and then the Google Meets, it is a judgment-free zone. Judgment-free. If somebody has a stance on something that someone else doesn't agree with, well, you can disagree, but hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to what they like and what they dislike. So that's kind of how I want to keep everything from my channel and everything like that. So just wanted to kind of put that out there and everything. Great. Windows wants to update. Not right now. Okay, figured. That's the first time that's happened during a stream. All right, so on the nose. This thing, I mean, it's traditional rye. It's I mean, you do get a little bit, probably more grassiness with a Sagamore, but I do like the Sagamore palate a lot than I like other ryes. Like last week I did those the Elijah Craig and the Peerless and everything like that. I mean, they're good, but they're just not me. You know what I mean? The Sazerac? I mean, it's good, but it's, if I had to choose what rye I want to drink, that's what I'm going to. Epic or a Sagamore. The Sagamore double oaked, you can't go wrong with that. Or a 95.5 MGP. Tumble and dice, yes. Sign me up, yes, please. It's what I love. You know what I mean? Oh, so, cheers, everybody. So, the notes they put on that bottle, that's what you get. You get that chocolate maltiness. You get a lot of honey. And it's got a nice long finish. It's just very, very pleasant. Now, again, I'm not a malt guy. This is 66% malted rye, but it's not all pudding at all. This is actually a pretty decadent pour. I enjoy it. I'm happy to have it. Probably wouldn't get a backup of it. It's just not something that I would probably go to a whole lot, but this is something you got to be in the mood for kind of pour. So, you know, I know my buddy Gandy, this is his jam. Scotty, his bottle will be hand delivered soon, and it's going to be his jam and everything like that. So, very, very good. Ooh, man, that's good. All righty. Well, that is recent pickups that I've had over the past couple of weeks. Some of them have been this week, or within the last week and everything. I was hoping I ordered through Sellbox. It's not the, I didn't get it. They didn't have any of the cast strength one. Well, they do, but I wanted to try it first. It's the broad branch. I guess it was the hit of Spillway, the hazmat one. But I think it's the 120 proof one that they have that I have coming, and then it was the 100 proof one for a broad branch rye, and then I have the 120 proof silk velvet, the small batch. I didn't do the single barrel. I know, yeah, me, the guy who always loves single barrels. I did not do a single barrel, but I did the small batch. So we've had some problems with deliveries because I guess Sellbox doesn't like when you make a change to your delivery address. So anything that gets shipped here from Sellbox, from Sherport, other places, nobody's home during the day. And if somebody is home, it's usually my 18-year-old son, and he can't sign for those packages. So it's just easier to defer them to a drop location. Well, it deferred to a drop location, and then an hour and a half later, I got an email saying that the deferment was denied. I'm like, what do you mean it's denied? What the hell's going on? And because I live so close to Sellbox, when they ship, I get it next day, right? It's just the way it comes through. And that was, I ordered that on last weekend, and I should have gotten it on Tuesday. It just delivered today because I finally had to call Sellbox and talk to them, and they finally authorized to have the address changed to where I picked them up. And it's there. I just haven't gotten there to pick it up yet. So maybe that'll be something for a future review or a future stream. We'll have a conversation about that one and see how they are. I know some of the guys, Charlie, I know Dave has had some. I think Gandy's had some, and everything like that. They all seem to like that particular, those two particular brands. So we'll see what happens. But so let me see here. I thought I saw a name. So, what's up? What's it? Kalen, cheers to you. It's your 19th birthday and having some beers. Well, we appreciate you being here. You know, if your 19th birthday, this is the wrong channel for you. This is a 21 and over channel. So, yeah, here we go. So I thought I saw a new name, and thank you for stopping by, saying hello. But, yeah, okay. So, Mac, talking about reveries. And let's see, up to auction, 80%. Let's see, I never had. Oh, William's talking about stuff. Any reveries? No. So you never had a reveries, or what are you guys talking about? Is it? Let's see. Dave, what's a good price for an 8? Oh, okay. So everybody's talking about, is it reverie stuff? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the 7 and 8 years, even some of the 9 years, I believe are under 100 for reveries. I think it's the 10-year where that jumps up over 100, and then it goes up from there. Now, whatever he dropped last week, I think there were 22 bottles. We were talking about that today in the bottle share. I mean, I think it was $1,200. Was it 2,000? I can't remember. It was something ridiculous. And it was funny because I got an email saying that there was overflow. I was like, oh, I wonder how many of those expensive bottles left. No, those were all sold out. So, you know, God bless whoever got those there. If I was a betting man, I would say Mac from Hack and Mac may have one of those. I know he's a super Reveries fanboy and everything like that. So, Tracy, I am right with you. There is no whiskey that is worth that kind of money. So yeah, there were. Yep, Charles, you're right. There were two of them, and they were both $1,200 each. So I mean, one had 21 bottles, and the other one had 24. So I guess if you have the money and you don't, really, you had that disposable income, knock yourself out and go for it, right? I mean, that's again, there's no right and there is no wrong. I always tell people, I drink stuff neat. Just how I do it. But if you want to buy a expensive bottle of whiskey and you want to fill a rocks glass up with ice cubes and pour your whiskey in there, knock yourself out, man. It's your money and it's your pour. You do you. Enjoy and just have a blast. If you want to throw a few drops of water in there, especially if it's a higher proof, kind of just to balance it down a little bit, go ahead and do it. If that's what you do it, right? If you want to throw a big old cube or a big old sphere of ice in there, do it. If you want to just drink it neat, drink it neat. I mean, there's no right, there's no wrong, there's no whatever your way is, that's what you do, right? That's what's so cool about this hobby, I guess, right? If you're a whiskey enthusiast, and that's what I call the people that go out and chase bottles and different things and everything like that. We're more the enthusiasts. Now they're the collectors. Those are the guys that just buy all the limited releases, all the fancy stuff, but they never drink it. They probably drink normal shelf products if they're drinking it all, but they're guys that just collect. They want to have it on their shelf, and that's it. Nothing wrong with that. If you have the disposable income, you have the money to do that, knock yourself out, right? That's what's cool about this country. You can do whatever you want from that perspective, and there's no right and there is no wrong. You just do what you got to do. What's up, Bobby? Cheers to you. So I tried your Corbin Cash today, the whiskey 6-pack, and I have to say that was very, very, very good. I enjoyed that. Myron had it at a bottle share today, and it was a very good pour. What's up, Myron? You're still here. How's that Virginia distill? Does it hold up to a cigar? Or what's the deal? What's the deets on that, buddy? All right. So I have been hearing this here, and I'm looking at the time. So let me start collecting names and getting stuff entered in here. So I try to go at least be respectful of everybody's time and everything like that, and not overstep or go too long. So I'll try to keep it around a 2-hour stream every Saturday night and everything like that. So let me see here. I think it's still, it is. Okay. So that will be the meats for later. Do not go there now, because you will not be let in. Last week I opened it and it was crazy. I was hearing all kinds of stuff. I will get in there and open that once the show's done. So if you're going to go over there, then you're not going to get in right now. So please be patient and don't go over yet. All right. Damn it. Hold on a second. Trying to do too many things at once, talk and type and text. All right, leave that there like that. Cool. All right, let me get my spreadsheet up so I can start doing this. Mr. Renstrom, you were the free guy, and Let me get this real quick. And go through, oops, wrong thing. Gerald, I see you, buddy. Nice. Thank you very much. Alrighty. So again, next week is going to be a cool show. We are going to have a full screen of participants. So it's going to be Matt from Whiskey Wisdom is going to be joined. And Matt is going back. We'll be back streaming this next week. I believe if you're not subscribed to Bourbon and Balls, go subscribe. Matt is going to be, I believe, on Bourbon and Balls this weekend or this Thursday. And then he's coming back to doing streams this Friday, this coming Friday. So he'll be back on, and then, or maybe it's next. Be on the lookout. I think it's this Friday, but it may be. I may have gotten the date screwed up, so bear with. Just check out Bourbon and Balls and Whiskey Wisdom. He'll be posting stuff and everything like that. So Matt, the Bakers, Gandhi, Dave Vogelsang, and C.A. Scotty will be joining me on the stream. And we've been doing something for probably the last almost a year now, where we will curate blinds for each other. And what we do is we kind of pick, we did a local blinds. We did, we call them an anything goes blind. And then Troy did a, all right, Dave, I'll try to pin it when I can. Okay. Thanks. Saw your message there. But we've been doing these blinds with each other. It's a friendly competition, right? We do scoring and try to see who scores the best and everything like that. Vogelsang actually has done pretty well. Troy has done pretty well. I think Gandhi, myself, and Laura are the only ones that have not won or not won in any of these blinds. So, but next week I have already hand delivered samples to them for a blind, and we're going to do that on the live stream. I kind of asked them, I said, hey, are you guys good with doing this live? And, they were, yes, we're good. So that's going to be next week. It's going to be fun and exciting. I mean, you guys will all get a little bit of an insight into what our backstages are like, what our private blinds are like. And I always tell everybody, if you have a small group of people that you can get together with, do those types of things, that's what it's all about, right? You sit back, you share a few pours, crack a few jokes, make fun of somebody if they can't get a tasting note or if they don't do well in picking up things or scoring. So usually when we do this stuff here, we do you guess, what are you drinking? Is it a bourbon? Is it a rye? Is it whatever, right? And then you do try to guess the proof. Try to guess, is it age stated or not? And then what the secondary grain is sometimes a question we try to use and everything like that. And then we will and then you try to guess the bottle, and you get points for everything. And oops, I'm realizing I cannot talk and type at the same time. And we friendly competition, we score it. Mr. Renstrom has actually agreed to next week, so I don't have to do double duty and scoring and running all this and everything like that. He's going to score it for us, and I'm going to try to write down everything and score myself. But he will be the official scorer of the stream next week, and we're going to have a fun time and see what happens, and we'll go from there, right? Let me just double check one more thing. Alrighty. Dennis and Gandy, thank you. Just wanted to double check, make sure you guys all right. And hey, Gandy, have you heard any updates from Dave at all? I haven't seen a text from him, so I was just curious if you want to shoot me a text. If you don't want to put it in chat, that's fine. You can do that as well. All right. So, Dave, what's the score in the game? Is that the only one on tonight? Is it the Hurricanes and the Flyers, or is there another game that is coming out? Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I will get that to you. I will shoot you an email, and we can coordinate all that before next week. All right. So just remind me if by Wednesday you don't have it. We will coordinate that. That would be awesome. All righty. So yes, Tracy, we're going to release the Quacking. All right, relax. We're going to get it going. I thought I had this pulled up, so bear with me 1 second. Let me Alrighty. And then pull this over here. And pull this back up. Alrighty. Okay, thanks, Gandy. All right. Cool. Ready. And of course, I copied my list from my spreadsheet, and then I did not. I copied the list that already shows up in the duck race thing by mistake. So, I tell you, sometimes you just, no matter how much you try, you screw things up. Let me just go back and make sure I got everybody and verify, and then everybody in chat can verify as well. Make sure I didn't miss anybody in this thing. So bear with me 1 second. Let me pull this over here so I can. Okay, cool. Make this bigger. Alrighty. And I'm going to share this. Okay. Let me bring this to the stage. And then what I will do is let me go back. Dang it. Because damn it, I copied and pasted again. All right, we'll figure it out with the Google Meets and everything. All right. I'll go back to where I posted that and pull it up. So, okay. All right, I'm rambling. Dave, that's your free one. Thanks. Charles, you got 2. Tracy's in for 2. Corey's in for 1. Keith Landon's in for 2. Jim Turner's in for 2. Jerry's in for 2. Jody, you're in for 2. Dennis in for 2. And Gandhi in for 2. Did I miss anybody? If you can just post, say, forever hold your peace, and all that kind of fun stuff. What's up, Worldiness Whiskey? I saw somebody saying hello to you. Cheers to you. Hope you guys are doing well. Everybody good? We'll give it 1 or 2. Dave is not in it this tonight. He's got a very sick dog, so he is not joining us tonight and everything like that. So, all right, I think we're good. I don't see anybody putting anything in. So let me get this set it. Mute. I'm going to do 5 times. All righty. Good luck to everybody. All right. I'm going to see if I can scroll back in here and find my Google Meets post, because I thought I saved it to somewhere, but I didn't. I just have it typed in and it's not the full thing. But let me see here. Actually, all right, I know what I can do. I will pin it in chat here in a few minutes. So bear with me. Righty. I know Doc says everybody smash the hearts. I don't think that works, because there's no way StreamYard and YouTube connects to this duck race game. So, but if you guys feel like doing that, knock yourself out. That is cool. CJP, I'm sorry, you're in the lead not in a good spot. Alrighty, who is going to be the lucky winner of this here? Oh, the Rye guy. All right, Charles. Very nice. Congrats to you. I already have your address, so I will get these things packaged up and get them down to you and everything like that. So hold on 1 second. We just bear with me 1 sec. I'm going to get ready to pull the link up again for the meets. So bear with me 1 second. I just got to copy it from in here and grab it, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Of course, my computer does not want to operate right now or do anything. So if you guys are trying to get in, just bear with me 1 second. I got to pin this again. So that is the link. If you're interested in hanging out, talking a little bit and that kind of stuff, we're going to go for about an hour. And then we're going to all jump over to Mark at Northwest Bourbon and check out his stream. All right. So appreciate everybody joining and hanging out here on a Saturday evening. Next week is going to be a fun time. And then the week after, I think Sandy and I are going to be doing our blind from Tracy. I just got to confirm with her. I think it's the week after, or maybe the week after that. We'll figure it out. So, as I end always, This is the West Virginia Bourbon Guy reminding you guys that pours are always best when they're shared with friends. And remember that. Share your pours and be kind and be respectful to everybody. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for joining and enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. And I will get everybody in the meats here in a couple seconds, okay? I'll see you all later.